Hey guys, welcome back. So, I was playing around with minecarts a bit more, and I came up with this cool automatic launching station that you can even select up to 4 different destinations for it. Now, a downside to this is it doesn't work in SMP. I might go off and build a high traffic something like that later on. But this version here is working in pre-4. If you use it in 1.8, you have to change it to face the other direction, as like the cardinal directions were changed or whatever due to coding or whatever, yeah. So, let's go on inside now. So whenever you enter it, you'll see instantly you have the 4-way selector, then you have an outgoing rail and an ingoing rail. So let's start with the selector. Say you want to go to D, all you would do is press the D button, and then as you can see the light up above just changed to D. But if you want to go to A, all you do is you press the A button, and once again the light pops up. So yeah, that's plain and simple, and let's just start at A. So now that you selected where you want to go, you head on over to the outgoing rail, and you set off the pressure plate. And it doesn't matter if you jump on the pressure plate, or if you just hit it once, it will always send out one minecart. Normally it's not that slow like it was, sorry about that. But yeah, it just sent us to A, and on the way back, it takes you over to this side. So once you're done with that, you just hop out of the cart, and you set off the pressure plate, and that will send it back down below. So, say you wanted to go to D, all you do is once again press the button and then hop in. I mean, you set off your pressure plate, but say something happens where you don't manage to get in your cart in time and it takes off without you. Well, it's not going to clog up your rails because it has a passenger detector built in, so if there's no passenger, all it does is get sent back down below into storage. And I thought that was pretty cool, as you won't have any issues with that and other junk, but yeah. So, let's go talk about how this works now. Okay, so now that we're at the back of it, let's begin this. We're going to start with the selector, as this is one of the easiest parts to understand. So each one of these pistons has a button directly above it, and when each button is pressed, one piston will extend down, setting off one of these wires. And the reason why it goes to right here is because I need to split the current for 2 reasons. One, because I need to reset every single RS NOR latch first, and I do that by having the current set off each of these torches, and then it will be inverted one more time. So all the power will be returned to each side of these RS NOR latches. As you can see, one's currently on. And that's because after that happens, the power down below here will finally be passing through these repeaters. Each one is set to max, so it's an 8-tick delay, which then will set off one single RS NOR latch because, yeah, that's how you select the destination. And I have to use pistons again to push down the current on 3 of them. Whichever one is off will be the correct one. That's the destination they're going to. There's actually no reason to have a D-wire. I learned that after building this. I just left it there for the sake of whatever. And yeah, I'm going to explain what happens on that side after because that's a little confusing. So now, as soon as I can get out of here, we're going to go talk about how we launch the carts and all that. What the hell did I do? Alright, sorry about that. So now over here, the 4 pressure plates are right there, and you're probably wondering how I made it so it only sends one card out no matter what. So basically, the power will be sent down here, it will pass through this 2-tick signal shortener, and then that will pass through to this RS NOR latch, which will set off this side, and I have the power going right through here, because that will turn off, so this will turn on, setting off the Pez dispenser over here, and then that will push out a cart, will be sent up and all that, and the cart will be automatically launched after about like 3 seconds because as all that's going on, there's a signal slowly passing through all these repeaters, and it goes up there to this one, and right there, which will set off the power to the powered rail right here. And, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. And, okay, now to turn the RS NOR latch back off, there'd be 2 powered rails. I had to add one in between the video and this because I realized there's a glitch in the system. I had to add one powered rail to detect if it's an empty cart, and one powered rail to detect if it's a passenger cart. And if it's a passenger cart, what will happen is this right here will be turned on, which will turn off this torch, allowing the tracks up there to change direction so they can go out. But if it's not a passenger cart, which will happen is it will stay normal. That will stay normal right here, and it'll be sent down here, which will then finally pass right back into the Pez dispenser and all that. And yeah. But say your Pez dispenser is full and you get a cart, what will happen is it will get stuck right here, and then the piston will go off, and it will be stored right into this little bin right here. I believe there's like 4 carts right there because I was doing some testing earlier, but yeah. So that's how it launches out now, but when it comes in, it's a lot simpler. Basically, the cart will come in, and it will come in on this side. As you can see, there's a cart there right now, and as soon as the player gets out, they'll step on a pressure pad, which then will set off this wire down here, which gets inverted, just to help with the wiring and all that. It gets inverted, then it will go through this torch, which will turn on the powered rails up there, pushing the cart into a passenger detector, which will then send them down here and back through the pest dispenser. Yeah, so that's pretty simple. Now we're going to go talk about the whole destination thing and stuff on the outside. So let's head on over there. This is a little more complicated as this has to be placed in certain directions or else it won't work. But basically, when the cart makes it out here, it will be sent through here, and depending on how many wires are on, currently it's set to D, so this would be the very last one. But say I wanted it to go to A. What will happen is when it goes to A, the power would be on right there, and it will turn this track right here, so it will send the cart down this line instead of just passing over these bumps every time. And on the way back, instead of passing over this turn, the cart will now be sent through here, and then it will travel down that line to the ingoing. And that's using like the east-west rule or whatever. I really can't remember, I'm sorry. I'm not that good with minecarts. But yeah, if you want this, you can download it in the description. I'll put it up there. It's kind of hard to build in a survival map, but maybe a creative map would be pretty cool. And yeah, you should definitely stay tuned for more. So for now, I'd just like to thank you guys for watching and see you next time.